Level 1 members. The alarm rings at 4:30, always at the same time. It doesn't matter if you've slept little or not at all. You don't grab a weapon, but a worn-out brush. Your job is to clean bathrooms, hallways, dirty floors that no one else wants to touch. The smell of cleaning chemicals sticks to you all day. Then you move on to the boss's black car. You wash it with obsessive care until every surface reflects light like a perfect mirror. Every detail matters. You run back and forth on pointless errands, cigarettes, coffee, small favors for the older members. No one thanks you. You're not a gangster yet, you're nobody. You're just free labor. Invisible. You earn nothing. You sleep in a cramped room with 5 other guys, heavy air, thin mattresses. You're hungry almost every day, chronically tired, your body aching. But you don't say a word. Complaining here is weakness. So you watch. You listen to every conversation. You learn in silence. You work without stopping. And inside you wait the right moment, the chance to prove you're not just another forgettable face. Level 2 Junior Leader. You've left the humblest jobs behind. Now you're something more, a junior leader. You're not at the top yet, but you're no longer invisible. Your task is clear. Make money, by any means necessary. You organize underground card games, monitor warehouses that seem empty but hide hidden activities. You go to construction sites and make it clear, without too many words, that they must use your company's trucks. It's an unwritten rule, but everyone knows it. If a rival gang steps into your territory, you intervene. Violence isn't always necessary, but the threat is always there. You start feeling like someone. You buy a sharp suit, always impeccable. Sunglasses, even at night, as a status symbol. You have a small team of younger guys who follow you, watch you, imitate every move you make. But reality is different from appearances. The money you make isn't really yours. Every week you have to hand over a large sum to your older brother. It's the fee, the price to stay in. If you earn $10,000, a significant portion isn't yours. And if you try to hide even a single dollar, it's not seen as a mistake. It's betrayal. And traitors don't last long. You begin to understand the weight of your role. You earn more, but you're also more exposed. The police know your face, your movements. If something happens, it's you who pays. You're the front line. Useful but expendable. Level 3 Little Brothers. You no longer run uncontrolled through the streets. Now you have a defined role. You're a little brother. It's not a title given, it's earned. Maybe you've spent years in prison. Cold cells, constant silence, interrogations. And you didn't speak. You never betrayed anyone. That's what really counts. Now you're a point of reference. New recruits look up to you as a guide. You're a mentor, almost a family figure. You teach them the unwritten rules. How to behave, how to show respect, how to apply pressure without losing control. There's no need to shout to be heard. You teach with your gaze, with gestures. Junior leaders bring the money to you. You count it calmly, precisely. You keep your share and send the rest up the chain. Now you're in the middle of the structure, receiving and transmitting. You have your own territory. A row of bars, a few gaming halls, businesses running under your supervision. You're a manager, but you can't forget what you were. Because when something goes wrong, it's still up to you to step in. If a rival gang tries to take space, there are no lawyers or negotiators. You arrive. You gather your most trusted men. Your presence alone often restores order. You're respected, even feared. But inside the system, you're still a soldier. Just with more responsibility. Level 4 Vice. You've taken another step forward. Now you're a vice. You're no longer the one executing orders. You coordinate. The streets, alleys, fights are behind you. Now you work in an office. Desk, documents, screens. You've traded physical strength for strategic control. You begin to see the bigger picture. The family isn't just power or respect. It's an organized machine, almost like a business. You manage cover companies, transport, waste disposal, businesses that look normal to outsiders. But you know what they really represent? Tools to move and hide money. You handle logistics. Every move of the boss is planned down to the last detail. Routes, vehicles, security. You decide which cars to use, where to position guards, which streets to avoid. If everything goes smoothly, no one notices your work. That's how it should be. Invisible but essential. But one mistake, a delay, a security lapse, and it's your fault. You live with 2 phones, 2 parallel identities. One for the normal world, one for the hidden one. They must never be confused. Never. You've become part of the mechanism. You're no longer just inside the system. You are what makes it work. Level 5, Deputy Chief of HQ. Now you're at the center of the structure. The operational heart. You're the Deputy Chief of Headquarters. You manage the office, coordinating every movement from above. Lawyers answer to you. When someone is arrested, there's no panic. There's procedure. You pick up the phone, activate the legal team, give precise instructions. Everything must move quickly, without errors. But your real role is more subtle, more dangerous. You're the one who erases traces. Not people, but evidence. Documents, files, communications. Anything that could link the organization to the higher levels must disappear. You burn papers without hesitation. You clean computers, delete data, close every possible link. You work in the shadows, where every decision can make the difference between safety and collapse. Your task is simple to state, difficult to execute. Make sure that no one, ever, can trace back to the boss. Level 6, Assistant to the Underboss. You're on the balcony of an imposing building. Lights stretch to the horizon like a living map. You point west calmly. That area will be ours, you say. It's not an idea, it's a decision. You've entered the inner circle. You're the assistant to the underboss, number 2. If he's the mind of the war, you're the arm that executes it. A general. You oversee an entire region. 5, 6 teams report directly to you. They bring you the money, and you send it even higher. But your true task isn't just to maintain, it's to expand. To grow the family. Before you, there are no longer just streets, but maps. You study territories like an investor studies markets. You notice a port city, small gang, weak structure. A perfect target, but you no longer use brute force. You don't send armed men. You send men in suits and ties. You buy properties, acquire businesses, take over debts. You tighten the noose slowly. You cut their income, isolate them, make them fragile. When they're desperate, you arrange a meeting. A tea house, quiet, orderly. You pour the tea with a polite smile. Join us or disappear. Most choose the first option. The result is the same. The territory becomes yours. No noise. No gunfire. You watch the city from the window of a luxury foreign car. You are clothes worth more than what you owned years ago. You are powerful, refined, dangerous. But you also know one thing. You are being watched. The underboss monitors you. He wants results, but also demands balance. If you grow too much, if you become too visible, you could seem like a threat. You must shine, without ever eclipsing the one above you. You're a commander, but you still answer to someone. Level 7, Chief of Operations. In front of you is a map of the city. Next to it, 2 black pistols, perfectly clean. Never used. No history. Ready to make a new one. Now you're the Chief of Operations. Here words end. Here decisions that change everything begin. A rival family has crossed the line. Yesterday they took out 2 of your men. It's no longer tension. It's war. You don't act directly. Not anymore. You're too high up. You're the one who decides. 3 young men stand before you. They try not to show fear, but it's in their eyes. You hand them the weapons. A photo. A face, a target. 3rd Street. A steakhouse. Go, and don't return until it's done. The room empties. Only silence remains. You turn on the police scanner. You listen. You wait. Then the voice comes, shots fired, units moving, chaos. You check your watch. 3 minutes. That's all the time they have. The phone vibrates. A whisper on the other end. We're blocked. Police are closing the bridge. No time for doubts. You look at the map. It's a chess game, but the pieces breathe. Leave the car. Subway tunnel. You'll find an exit on the other side. Another call. You order a distraction elsewhere. A club, a fight, controlled chaos. It works. Patrols move. The gap opens. Your men disappear. You don't sleep for days. Coffee becomes routine, smoking a habit. You coordinate teams, defend territories, react strike by strike. Every block is a battle. You can't afford hesitation. If someone falls, they fall. It's necessary to protect the rest. Then the news comes. The rival leader has fled. The city is yours. You've won. But you feel the cost only when all is silent. Level 8, Underboss. You enter the meeting room. 10 men in impeccable suits stand up at the same time. They bow. They remain still until you sit. Now you are the underboss. Second in command. If the boss is the symbol, you are the system. You manage everything. Every operation, every cash flow. You are the CEO of a hidden empire. Before you are reports, numbers, balance sheets. Teams in the north are late. Those in the south make excuses. You accept no delays. You accept no excuses. You grab a heavy glass ashtray and throw it against the wall. The noise fills the room. Then you speak calmly. Fix it, or I'll send someone who will. Nothing more is needed. Everyone moves immediately. Calls, orders, corrections. They fear you more than the police. Because you are immediate. You are concrete. You control the money. You decide who gets funded, which projects are born, which fail. You move influence, people, entire structures. But your most important task isn't commanding. It's protecting. If something goes wrong, you act as a shield. If evidence surfaces, you bear the weight. You go to court. You take the blame, even if it's not yours. If needed, you sacrifice years of your life to protect those above you. You do it without hesitation. Because it's your role. You are the heir. Everyone knows it. You have everything: power, respect, wealth. But you are not yet the top. Level 9, Supreme Boss. The room is silent. 10 men kneel, heads bowed, eyes to the floor. No one dares meet your gaze. You have arrived. You are the boss. The highest point. You are no longer a visible person. You are a shadow. An idea. You never touch the money. You take no direct action. Between you and every activity are layers, levels, protections. You speak little. There's no need to raise your voice. A whisper is enough. You give an order to the underboss, and days later, the world changes. You meet the other leaders. Seated around a table, you look at maps and divide territories as if they were property. You decide who prospers and who disappears. But power has a cost. You can trust no one. Not even those closest to you. Every smile may hide ambition. The police never stop hunting you. There are squads dedicated solely to you. Their goal is one: to see you fall. Your life shrinks. You cannot walk freely, cannot live like others. You live in a massive house, protected, full of cameras. Safe but confined. You are surrounded by power, but live like a prisoner. There is no exit. No retirement. This is the throne. And this is the price. You didn't choose this life. It chose you.